we've got John from Canada wanting to talk to us. John from Canada, you are live on Truth Wanted. What's going on?
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
Hi, Kelly. How are
I'm
you?
going to ask the same thing.
Okay. Well, for instance, in a film, if they cast an actor simply because he's black or Latino or gay, that takes away from the actual character.
Wait, why does them being black or Latino or gay take away from their character?
Because it might get okay. Let's say they hired the wrong actor for the role because it's skin color.
Okay,
I'm wondering if that would actually ever happen.
Yeah, when does that happen?
There's money involved and production, and they usually pick an actor based on how well they can play the role and be immersed in the role that they're getting. And I don't think you would, as a producer, you would want. Or as a studio, for that matter, or the studio executives would want you to hire somebody that was playing a role that that they didn't fit in. Like that would be essentially losing your audience. So, and the other question I have for you, John, and by the way, good name. The other thing I had was, what do you define as woke? Because it's kind of an amorphous term. So, what do you think about that?
It's woke is basically favoring one political group or ethnic group over another just because of who they are.
Okay.
Kind of like how you're favoring white people over other people playing roles, because like that's what it sounds like here, right?
I agree with what your co-host just said. You have to pick the actor who's the best suited for the role, not because of their skin color.
Yeah, I don't know that's happening though. That people are picking the wrong actor for the role. I mean, like John mentioned, this is about money. They're not going to
finances.
Yeah, they're not going to pick an actor who doesn't fit the role or act in that role well to play that role, because it's going to affect the bottom dollar of the movie.
Plus, like, unless it's like a historical fiction, like if it's a historical fiction, you should probably get somebody that at least matches the skin tone, right? Like I don't want white people playing like Harriet Tubman or whatever, right? Like that's probably not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
But anything else that's fiction, it's fiction, right? Who cares? Why does it matter?
Somebody like John Wayne playing Genghis Khan.
John Wayne playing Genghis Khan. Maybe not the best.
I also wanted to push back on your definition of woke, because that's not the actual definition as it was usually used.
Do you have the Oxford Dictionary definition?
No. I'm just aware that where it came from. Woke was basically just that somebody is woke if they are aware of the institutional prejudices that affect people in the in minority or oppressed groups.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, and it has nothing to do with who's playing what role or who's doing what to whom. It has everything to do with recognizing a problem that needs to be discussed and have not just have conversations about, but remedied in some way, and finding remedies for real problems in the world, not political ones or other ones. These are real problems. So it has an awful lot to do with empathy and compassion. It doesn't have anything to do with who's believing what to who and who's doing what to who, other than if you're doing something that is oppressing another group of people, then you have to be aware of it so that we can deal with it.
Yeah.
When there's a problem, if you aren't aware of it, if you're not woke, so to speak, to use the term, then you can't address it, and you cannot solve that problem without sticking a few brains at it.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think?
John.
Yeah, John from Canada, back to you. What do you think?
Okay. I want to make something perfectly clear here.
Okay.
No one should have to have assistance from anyone to get ahead in life.
I don't think that's true at all, but okay.
I don't see people giving special programs to white people. So I don't see why they should give it to black people or anyone else.
I get a special program. I'm 65 and I get Social Security. Isn't that a special program?
Yeah.
Well, no, you paid for that.
But you're basically insulting the ethnic community by saying that you can't make it on your own. You need assistance from the white person.
No, there's so much wrong with that statement.
I don't think that's true at all. That's really not true at all.
It's not what's happening, John. I'm sorry.
We have a concept
Actually,
called.
that is what's happening.
First of all, it's not like, oh, if somebody's black, that's like, oh, well, you get automatically signed up for these amazing benefit programs or anything like that's not how that works, right? First of all, but also like there is a concept that we have called reparations, which is this idea that, hey, there are certain groups, John, let me finish. There are certain groups of people who have historically been disenfranchised and have disadvantages when it comes to working with other people in competitive environments such as school or the workplace, right? And those past injustices still affect families today, right? For a variety of reasons. And in order to, address that, reparations, as you're referring to, is one of the ways that gets redressed. Does it have its criticisms? Sure. But this idea that like, oh, everybody's equal and we've always been equal and nobody has any problems, that's just a fantasy. That's just not true, right? The data doesn't show that.
Also, you have to understand that the opposite of being discriminated against is privilege.
Right.
And so, when you're talking from a point of privilege about things that you are not experiencing yourself, you are lacking not both the emotional education on it, but you're also lacking the intellectual honesty about it.
Seriously, John, a black person getting a role that you wanted for a white person, how does that affect you? Like in any meaningful way? Really?
Okay. To answer one of your questions, A, reparations is another word for socialism. And B, I am a huge Superman fan.
Sorry.
But Superman has always traditionally been drawn or portrayed as white.
Okay.
If I saw him portrayed as a black person, it would be complete betrayal.
John,
the character is supposed to look like.
Superman's an alien.
Be a white person.
You understand that, right? He's not even human. Like, what do you mean he's always been a white person? He's not white. He's a Krypton guy.
Yes, he is.
Kryptonite. No, he's not, John.
Please, have you seen about? He's a white guy.
No.
John, his ancestry's not from Europe. His ancestry's from space. What are you talking about?
And, let's not discount somebody like Black Adam.
He is portrayed like a white guy.
I don't care. He's an alien.
I agree with you.
Why does that matter? So the point of Superman, first of all, is that he's supposed to represent the American immigrant experience. Okay, so that's a little something for you. That's not modern tellings of it, by the way. That's like from the origins of Superman and what he represents. But besides that point, why does it matter? Why does it matter that he's not white? Who cares?
Because that's not how the producers or the creators wanted him to be.
No, but clearly the producers did want him that way. He did. That's why they made the movie like that. I don't know what you mean.
And I don't think you can infer from that, John, that anything you're inferring from it.
You can't change someone's interpretation of it.
I'm trying to put this up.
When you adapt it, you have to be faithful to it. You can't betray it for wokeness. But anyway, back to reparations. You're talking about socialism, taking from the rich to give to the poor, which is wrong.
I'm trying to figure out morally why that is wrong.
I'm trying to figure out the Superman is white, so woke is bad.
Yeah, I don't think we are portraying the. First of all, the author is dead. I don't know if it matters what their thoughts are on it, but even let's say that they wanted Superman to be a white supremacist. Like I don't want Superman to be a white supremacist, so maybe we should change that. Like sometimes ideas about things change and interpretations change over time, and maybe that's a good thing. And maybe we shouldn't always be looking towards the past and thinking it's the best thing ever. And maybe it's good that other people besides white people can see themselves in Superman, because anybody can be Superman. Maybe that's a better idea than just keeping Superman white for the next 500 years. I don't know, John. What do you think?
Dan, you just described what Superman's about. He's a universal character. Therefore, it makes no difference what his skin color is. So why do you feel the need to change his skin color in the first place? Plus,
well, clearly it matters to you.
Yeah,
You're the one complaining here, John, not me. I didn't start this.
I'm wondering, John, when did Superman's skin color change? Maybe I'm just out of date.
There's
here.
the new movie that came out.
Oh.
But I haven't seen it. I don't even know who the actor is. I just know people have been talking about it. That's because my brain is rotten now because of the internet, and I know about all these dumb conversations.
Yeah, and attention span, blah blah.
Right,
yeah.
exactly. Have you even seen the movie, John? Do you even like Superman? Did you give a shit at all about Superman
Beforehand?
before this?
Dan, I'm going to tell you this. You are talking to one of the biggest Superman fans in the world. I've seen every movie.
Cool.
Show, I have everything.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm not going to. And who loves Superman?
I'm not going to test your faithfulness towards your love of Superman. What I am going to question is why can't Superman just be black or be Mexican or be whatever? Why? Like again, you're still not convincing me.
I only used him as an example. But the point is, you have to be faithful to the example. But another example is that they're thinking of banning the works of Shakespeare because he's a white guy. Shakespeare is the greatest.
Who's
banning Shakespeare?
Wait, I need specifics on that.
Yeah.
Who exactly is trying to ban Shakespeare
for being a white guy?
For being a white guy. I've heard of it being banned for sexual reasons, but
wokeness.
Who? Woke is not a person.
Wokeness Incorporated? Who is this?
Woke does not have an agency, my friend. You need to, you need to tell us who is doing it or what organization.
Is it Big Woke?
Big Woke?
Big Woke. Yeah. Or can we, can we
John, this sounds like
specify something?
It sounds like something you read off Facebook and you didn't fact check. Am I wrong?
I'm telling you, it's happening.
You're saying it's happening, but you haven't actually answered any reason or questions that we asked as to why or how. Like, who is doing it?
A movement.
A movement.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
A movement. That's crazy. Well,
I don't think I can say what I'm thinking right now, but that's okay.
All right, John, I'm against any movement that wants to ban Shakespeare. Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
I'm still woke, though, by most people's standards, so I don't know what to tell you.
I'm against any movement that would take away women's rights. Too.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, speaking of the new Superman movie, it's a complete betrayal of the character because he's not portrayed as all-powerful. He's supposed to be, they don't say the classical line, truth, justice, in the American way. They say truth, justice, in the international way. He's supposed to be American.
All right, you're going to have...
He's rescued by a woman in that film.
All right, well, I'm not to be mean, but you're going to have to take that up with somebody who gives a shit, because I don't actually care, okay, about the new Superman movie and what they're doing with it. Maybe they're not doing as good of a job with it. I don't know. I don't have a dog in that fight. What I do care about is if you care about, like, whether black people or Mexican people or other people are taking away acting jobs from white people, because that's a malicious belief right there. Because you know why, John? You're going to start to see other minorities in your life that way too, right? Not just the people that you see on the big screen.
Guys, I want you to know I am a black person. Okay, I want you to know that.
Okay, that doesn't mean that you can't have prejudices against other people. Like, if you start to see other people that way,
at all.
Well,
look, I believe that people should be treated equally without any preference. That's what I believe.
But you're coming from a privileged position.
Yeah. But you're talking about, like, you're already complaining about people taking away these acting jobs, though.
Yeah, you're already prejudging on that. You're already prejudging a movement that we haven't really defined yet.
Or heard of.
Well,
where do I sign up?
I'm going to describe I'm going to describe to you what woke is. It means that an American person, when they apply for a job, any job, acting whatever, they automatically get the privilege because of their skin color.
I think you're thinking of DEI, John. That's something. That's not woke. That's DEI. That's something completely different, and it's not quite.
Well,
what you're saying,
then I'm against that too.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that's not the same thing.
And
as
I
woke.
gave you a definition that's actually commonly used for woke, and it's not that. So, were you even listening to me, or am I just, beating my gums here for no reason?
Yeah, I don't know. He's thinking about Superman, probably. Yeah. John, we gotta get going because we have new hosts that we have to switch into our spot here. But I don't know, man. What I would say is, like, I would change this mindset that you have because, I think this is a really bad mindset. I think it's going to make you start seeing people in malicious ways. And any kind of minority person that you see in roles that you don't think are deserved, you're going to think they're given because of their status as a minority. And, like, that's a slippery slope, my friend. That leads to a lot of hateful views. I'm not saying anything about you. I don't know you, John, but I do know people who have hateful views, and it starts from that kind of thinking. So I would just caution you by taking that route. But I gotta let you go. Thank you for calling to the show. I hope you
Thanks,
have
John.
a great
Thanks, John.
rest of
Good
your
to
weekend.
talk to you.